Welcome back to A Happy Change. This is the Sertraline Zoloft daily vlog. So this is day one. I've had the medication in my system now for 24 hours. If you haven't watched day 0 already, go and click the link now. Watch that first. Hopefully this is really useful that if you are taking the medication at the moment, so it's an SSRI, it's an antidepressant, anti-anxiety medication, hopefully you can watch these videos and get an idea of the kinds of things that you might expect. This is my second time on it, so I've already got an idea about maybe what to expect, but I thought it'd be really useful this time to break it down day by day and kind of describe what's happening, because the first couple of weeks are generally lots of side effects. So if you watch day 0, you'll know that I took the medication. After that video, I kind of just sat on my sofa, put Netflix on, and pretty much didn't move. Like, I was just really tired. I was feeling quite run down anyway, and if you watch that, you'll know like yesterday wasn't a fabulous day for me, emotionally, I suppose. So I was quite exhausted at the end of that. I just chilled, watched the Cheer documentary on Netflix, and probably watched almost the entire season without really realising it. And it's ace, you should watch it. Felt a bit nauseous. Didn't actually have any physical symptoms. Last time I started it, almost immediately my stomach just like didn't want to contain anything, so that was really difficult actually, whereas I did have feelings of nausea but not the physical side effects as well to go along with it. I was just really tired. Last night I found it quite difficult to fall asleep. I was really surprised because I was so exhausted. I thought, yes, I'll get into bed and I'll just pass out, and actually I lay awake for a while. I have a few kind of strategies just to kind of like not panic in those moments. I used to get really panicky when I couldn't fall asleep, and I just allowed myself just to listen to an audiobook. So the Louis Theroux audiobook, had that on, which was great, and obviously eventually fell asleep. When I woke up this morning, I felt like I'd woken up from a really deep sleep. Like I felt like I'd restored myself over sleep, which is really, really powerful, because I can't remember the last time that happened. So much so that I checked my Fitbit sleep score, and that kind of gives you a mark out of 100 for how well you've slept, so how often you've been in deep sleep or REM. And actually my normal sleep score is around 80, whereas last night it was 92. I'd be interested to see where it is tonight, but certainly this morning I woke up feeling less tired. I know some of that will simply be because I sought help yesterday, and actually you do get a bit of bounce. Well, I do. I get a bit of a bounce in my step when I know that I'm not isolated. So some of that certainly will just be the feeling that, yeah, you're making progress. But looking at the sleep score, that kind of proved to me that actually the quality of sleep was better as well. It wasn't just my imagination. And I kind of came away from that all through the morning thinking, well, I didn't have any weird dreams, and then suddenly I remembered I'd had super vivid dreams. I'd forgotten about them for the first hour or two, and then I was thinking about stuff that had happened last night, and then realizing, oh no, that was a dream. So it was clear I did have some quite vivid dreams, and that's really interesting. I never really had like challenging ones. Some people have quite a lot of negative dreams, but actually if I think about being a kid, I used to dream all the time, and sometimes they were good and sometimes they were bad. The last few years I can't really remember dreaming unless I'm on sertraline. I kind of embrace that at the moment. As you can probably tell by the way I'm presenting, like I'm not feeling particularly tired at the moment. I feel relatively energized. I would say the only thing is I'm not feeling any particular appetite. I'm feeling like I can just sort of survive off water. I had a dry mouth last night, that's one of the other things, and it's still kind of there, so keeping hydrated is really important. Side effects wise, nothing too troublesome so far. We shall see how the next day goes. Now I've got a question for you. I had a comment on one of my other videos regarding taking sertraline and its effect on libido and your sex drive, and I just wondered if anyone had any experience of that and how long it lasted for. If you feel that that's a story that you can tell and you can share with people that are really looking for the answers, leave a comment. And also, just as a reminder, it's so important when people do leave comments, if this has been useful at all, please do leave me a thumbs up, but more importantly, leave a comment and tell us your story. Someone else might come along and read that, and it might be just what they need at the time. Onwards to day 2. It will be here when it's ready, and I'll see you on the other side.